Beautiful. We lost the coin flip. It's unfortunate. It means Ventio gets tagged by counter magic before we can get him down. When you're on the play with Ventio against Wintermoon, you don't have to worry about time ripple, but on the draw you also have to worry about counter magic, and having two Ventio makes counter magic like extra awkward. Ancestor Chosen was literally the best draw on the deck there. Just Ancestor's Chosen on 1 is just so powerful in this matchup. This is like must answer or die. And usually they don't have, yeah, just go ahead and ramp. So now they have to try and generally, oh, he's got the Sapper's Charge. Good. Sweet. So the nice thing about this is that this did trigger at least once. So we've got 2 Spectres in our deck to start. And then he's going to want to use this on his next turn to kill this before I get 2 more Spectres in my deck. So we're going to have an opening to resolve Ventio here, which is great. So pretty fortunate for him to have his, probably one of his 1 or possibly even 2 Sapper's Charges in his main deck. But, ooh, he's going to give it to us. All right. Deal. Deck. Alright, well, I'm going to make him choose here. I'm going to jam Ventio. Go ahead and counter magic this. Yep, that's fine. Give him another turn before he can use that. Hopefully that means we get another 2 Spectres with this. And if he doesn't have another counter magic, he's probably just going to snap this off, but if he does... Thanks, Modarjan. I appreciate that. I've not seen any of Frolich's decks, no. Alright, and we got so there's 6 Spectres in our deck right now, and for those that aren't familiar, Spectres are 1 cost 2/2 flyers that draw a card. Yeah, so if he was just going to pull the trigger here, he should have done that before we got to put Spectres into our deck. So this is going to get our second Sapphire threshold. Now we've got all the thresholds our deck needs. And now the question is, do we want to be resource efficient this turn and cast Oracle Song, or do we want to just suspend the Reese? I think we want to just get the Reese suspended, because this way, if we draw a shard next turn, we can go 3-2 or just jam the other Ventio. And getting Reese tunneled ASAP is just a really quick way to win this game. We're the aggressive deck in this matchup for sure. Our opponent's playing the more controlling deck. Physics, feel free to link whatever Ephro played. If he's got Windsinger here, that's going to be bad for us. Mentors and Wasteland Stranger. Sure. That's probably better against like the ramp deck. Sounds like it's much worse against the Kill All the Things mirrors, which is where like my version of Black-White with all of the Gideons and other things excels. So Untapped Shard would be amazing here, especially if it's Silk to put some spiders in his deck. Alright, it's not Silk, but I'll take it. I guess we could go Exarch Oracle Song, but I kind of just want to get Ventio, and this makes him have to have Time Ripple plus Counter Magic. 6 cost Ventio to replay when he Time Ripples. That's going to be a little annoying, which it looks like he has. Yeah, he's got the Ripple. Why don't you just do it during my main phase? So the upside to playing Exarch is that it gets more Spiderlings into his deck sooner, so that might have been a thing. If he just has Root Dead here, that would be something we were unable to race, which he doesn't. Sweet. Alright, start with Oracle Song. We're only playing 3 of these in the main deck, and we have all of them right now. Not that this is a bad match to have them in by any stretch. I'm going to play Exarch of the Egg just to be resource efficient. So Exarch puts 2 Spiderlings in their deck when he comes into play, and then when each other Ven comes into play. So if this resolves, it's going to put... Counter Magic's really gross on that because we have another one in our hand. But like again, this is a card that, like, it's a good Counter Magic target because not only does it put eggs in his deck, but it sits there and just like chips away at him. So this is going to 3 this turn, and we've just got like all of these must answer threats for him. Just like have to answer this or die, have to answer this or die, have to answer this Reese or you'll die. So just constant pressure. Buccaneer, sure. This is probably going to bounce the Chosen. He's bouncing the Exarch. That's interesting. Reese is coming in next turn, so unless his last card's a dinger, he's in trouble. Even if it's counter magic, like we've got all these other threats in our hand. Reese resolved. Beautiful. I'm going to Oracle Song here to try and hit an Inquisition or land counter magic. And we hit Inquisition, so let's cast that. Verdict, sure. Alright, opponent is definitely in trouble. He needs Dinger off the top, which is the spot that they always get in these games. So he needs Dinger before we hit counter magic, basically. Or before we just kill him. Like Reese is making random robots every turn. That is not a Dinger. Usually they only have one Dinger in the main, sometimes two. We hit a resource, we're just going to jam Fentio. Oh, we hit a resource that puts spiders in his deck. That's so good. Fentio. Ship with the idiots. Yeah, this is fine. And then if we get even one Fentio activation, even Dinger's not really going to save him. What's the matter, bud? It's okay. Got a Slaughter Renegade War Factory. Alright, opponent concedes. With good reason. It's not coming back from that game. So we're going to bring in Verdicts, an extra Inquisition, and Vampire Princesses. Again, just like going fully over the top on must answer threats. You want to watch an episode of Daniel before you go to bed? You want to watch some Daniel? Alright, so what are we cutting? I'm cutting the Zentoth's Inquisitors, which does put us a little bit low on our total Ven count, but it's not too bad. I think I want to cut the Extinctions as well. We didn't see Azure Fate Sorceresses, so I don't think he's playing the Havoc build of the deck. Then we need 2 more cuts, it looks like. I don't want to cut all the kills, but maybe going down to 2 is fine, because like we really only want it against Windsinger, and they only have 2 of those, and we have Inquisition and Counter Magic to interact with that as well. Brood Baron's kind of clunky. Yeah, let's cut that. And again, that's going down to just 8 Fen, but I think that's fine. Let's see how this goes. We'll get a feel for it as we go here. It's first game match I've played with the deck. This hand is enemy Sapphire resources in it, obviously, but Inquisition to Vampire Princess is probably just phenomenal. Inquisition to double Vampire Princess, definitely, probably great. Probably, definitely. Yeah, that's my favorite. Definitely, probably. And the only double Sapphire threshold in our deck are the 3 counter magics, so even, yeah, had it. Never didn't have it. And I'm going to lead on the Blood Shard still, because Inquisition takes double Blood Threshold, so I want an Inquisition on 2 and Princess on 3. Do the old hip check. This was incorrect sequencing on our opponent's part. He should have focused first, because if he hit a Sapphire Shard, he could have put his focuses back into his deck. Alright, let's Silk that if we find a Spider can make our second Sapphire for us. Okay, so he's got a lot of answers here. He's a little light on resources right now. If he found that with the focus, I'll bet you he found this with the focus. So now he can't, like, sequence out his turns in a good order. So one thing we could do here, we could just take the Oracle Song and, like, hope that that's good. Like, take the Oracle Song and then hope to grind him out. But I think I actually just want to, like, take the Inoculation Webs and just, like, fight through his card advantage, essentially. So, yeah, I'm just going to grab the webs for now. So the cruddy thing about taking the webs is that it allows him to cast Time Ripple this following turn. So maybe I just want to Arcane Focus just to not let him use his resources efficiently. Like if we Arcane Focus into another Inquisition, or we Arcane Focus into a, yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen. Since we drew Ancestor Chosen, we're definitely casting Focus. Because even if we don't find a 2-drop, which we did, yeah, so we're just going to play Exarch of the Egg out. I think being resource efficient here is important, and then next turn we can go Princess into Chosen. And he might even riffle this, which is, no, peak. He wants it as 4th land, so we can have Suffocation up next turn. As 4th shard, sorry. I'm trying to use the proper terminology. And he missed. That's good for us. Sweet. And, you know, we're a little flooded here, but when we flood, our champion draws cards, so it's not the worst. Got this Vampire Princess. Even if this seat's counter magic, don't care. Just like, have Ancestor Chosen another Princess here. I guess we kind of care if it eats exactly counter magic because it makes this one cost more, but we're playing this, and then we can actually cast this next turn off the Blood Shard, so... He's like under the gun here on 2 must-answer threats, basically. I guess this one's not technically must-answer. This one he needs an answer to. I'm getting at least two Spectres into our deck. Every turn this sits on the table is just like... He's just a little bit further underwater. This boat's just like slowly sinking. Like he's super far off of Dinger, and we get to go Blood Shard, slam this other Princess. Just like the board plan of like going up on must-answer threats that are cheap is just super great. And then we get to untap with all of these guys. We have Verdict now too. Just like such a good little tempo deck we turn into. We're like a mid-range control deck game 1, and like in these control matchups, like Princess definitely puts it. Oh, this was in. All right, these were both in our opening hand. Righto. Alright, so if we get to untap here, there's just like no way this game doesn't end up in our favor. And like once he gets into Dinger range, we just have Verdict for Dinger, so yep. We get to play the Silk out and put some eggs in his deck. Oh, you know what? I've had a Ven this whole time. I should have done that a while ago. Alright, ship with the idiots. Now, he could have a Brown Fox Scout here to punish this, I suppose. Punish the attack with the Chosen. Just a Time Ripple. Yeah, deal. I'm just going to replay her out. The most punish thing he can do next turn is Windsinger, but we can't really do anything to interact with that anyway, so if he's got Shard Windsinger, he's got Shard Windsinger. We're all about asking the questions in this matchup. And generally, like, these are the type of decks I like to play in CCGs. Like, you're the question deck in some matchups, and you're the answer deck in other matchups. So you like role assessment's really important to figure out where you're at on the where you're at in a particular matchup. He missed another shard drop, and even we're in a place where shards are good. Oh, that's great. Well, let's attack with these guys. If he has another Time Ripple, we can't actually replay the Princess, but that's fine. We can just go Tunnel, Exarch, still have Verdict up. Azure Fate Sorceress. Well, that's annoying. Okay, I guess I should know that this is a thing post board in these matchups, and that I shouldn't be attacking with my 1/1. All right, so that was definitely a punt. Hit a Canarosaurus. All right, so he could have eaten it anyways. Man, we would have just like super leveled him if we would have just not attacked. And this Exarch triggers both of these, so he just got 4 more eggs in his deck. So he's got like, yeah, give me them unblockable spiderlings. Chlorophyllia's fine. The mentors are important for the ramp matchup. You just need to be aware that, like, if you don't have them, the ramp matchup's going to be much, much harder, probably impossible. A pseudo-reasonable replacement that's just not nearly as good in the red matchup is you could play Pitiless Horde. It's the black dash creature. It's like a 5/3. You need a cheap threat that can pressure the ramp deck, basically. That's the goal of Mentor. So we can't attack with this. Not going to block with it either. This goes to 1. We found another Ancestor's Chosen. Deal. We know he has a Suffocation in his hand. Keep swinging with all these guys. These are lethal, so can't even just block them to prevent self-damage. Show me suffocation. Oracle Song, sweet. I don't really want to run Ancestors Chosen into... I want to save this Verdict for a Dinger, I think. Like, I feel like if he doesn't hit Dinger, he can't win this matchup, so... Once per turn... Just gonna kiss him. So he goes to 6, and then we've got a lot of guys he can't block. We can't interact with this this Windsinger, but he's also got to beat our board. So I'm not sure why this is staying back. Maybe he's gonna block with it this turn. We're gonna, you know, play our Silk out here, get a charge, put some more eggs in his deck. Sounds great. Ship with the team. Unblockable spiders could really just close out the game at this point. Like, and that's how this deck loses. Like, he's got to a point where he's like almost locked it up, but like we've got the tools like in play and in his deck to like get ahead just a little bit. Whoa, we're just gonna deal damage here? That would be amazing. There's no way he takes it. He's gotta have like a Time Ripple, right? Or like a Lullaby or something. Yeah, Ripple. Do I want to fight over this? He's got Suffocation in his hand. I think this is fine. He's taking 3, and we've got... Yeah, he's taking 3, and we've got a spider here, and he's got a lot more spiders in his deck. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna use this. Cast Oracle Song. Oh, yeah, another Exarch of the Egg. Yeah, man, keep drawing those cards. Bet there's gonna be more unblockable spiders here at some point soon. How about... this we fight over, because he's at least 2 off, and this is going to put 6 eggs in his deck, because it triggers 1, 2, 3 times, so his deck should go to 57 cards. Yeah. Nice. Alright. It's a shame we didn't have one more resource there to also jam the Chosen down his throat for, like, the extra rub-ins, but... we'll see. Yeah. So even if he dingers, like, next turn, our Reese is going to be coming off the following turn. Canarasaur, sure, man. You fight that unblockable spider. Oh, he's got 2 of them. Oh, no, that was the trigger. Sorry. I gotta... oh, he does have 2. Okay. Is this one gonna fight something, too? And just gain... he's just gonna use this as a gain 4? That would be funny. Yeah, it just dies because this has lethal. That's funny. Yeah, man. Peek away. And then he'll gain some more life next turn by blocking. So we can't actually use kill on any of his idiots, because I guess we could technically kill the Canarasaurus to push 1 damage through. I don't think that seems worthwhile. So attack with these. Probably gonna chump here. Take 2, go to 7. This card's so great. I love that I went out to 4 of those. Play Vampire Princess. Play Ancestors Chosen. He must have Dinger in hand. Like, he has Dinger or he has nothing here. If he has Dinger plus Counter Magic, we could be in trouble. He just has another Ripple. Sure. Hey, Awen. We've been playing for about 20 minutes. This is the first match of the evening. This is like my late night relaxed game. All right, has the Dinger. Sure. Also needs to have Counter Magic or an answer for Reese here, because Reese is going to come into play next turn. And then he's still got a bunch of spiders in his deck, so he's at 7. So there's at least 10 spiders in the deck, all of which are unblockable. So we've got that going for us. This is the furthest I've ever been in a game. And no attack here. Okay, so he's attacking, which means he has an answer for Reese in hand. I'm just going to throw these away because I don't do anything else. It's possible I'm supposed to leave some of my extinctions in post-board. Alright, just so like his Time Ripple or something. Alright, well I'm going to ship here. If he has double Azure Fate, he has double Azure Fate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get in there, Spiderlings. So we could have a second quick Spell Shield Azure Fate here, which would be annoying, but I'd get over it. We can jam some dingers into play here. Oh, jeez, is he taking this? No way, right? No way. Alright, yeah, it has a ripple, sure. Alright, so if you got it, you got it. We're just gonna cast this bad boy. Did you get Ripple and Counter Magic? You didn't. End step, trigger, get a Excavation Bot. Sweet. Got a 3-2. And some unblockable guys. Yeah, man. You got a peek, you do you. He's like under the gun and needs Dinger again right away. So hopefully Reese is going to hit something obnoxious here at some point. Yeah, after seeing how these games played out, I think I might cut these kills and make them extinctions for game 3 if we get there. I'm just going to go ahead and play Dinger out. I'm not casting this Oracle Song until after he answers the Reese. So we're just going to... Oh, yeah, look at that. 8-8. Crush, that's what I'm talking about. There's a big baddie robot. Sweet, got him. Won our first match with the Blood-Sapphire deck. It also probably helps the Magic players that I zoom a lot on the Hex client, just because it's easier to zoom on the Hex client. Like, to zoom on Magic Online, I have to like reach over and press the Z button, and to zoom on Hex, I just have to right click. And I'm also kind of new to Hex too, so like I'm explaining things extra for myself and like reading cards and double checking what things do. D-Money, what's the problem, bud? Is it time for a bottle in bed? You're not sure? Our deck has a lot more... Our deck has 17 blood resources in it, and we're on the draw, so I'm going to keep this with double Arcane Focus. Our opponent's playing probably Mono Blood or Blood Diamond, which means they're like an attrition mid-range deck, so like having our maximum number of hands in our starting. Hex definitely runs smoother than Magic Online, and it's more graphics intensive, so that's just like a double, like, wow. Yeah, and we found Silk, which we have Vens in our hands, so those let the Silk be either color. They're perfect. I'm sure there's other .NET applications that run as poorly or worse than Magic Online. Alright, so looking like Mono Blood. Inquisition here would be annoying, but not the end of the world. He probably takes the Oracle Song away just because like it's our 2-for-1. He has a Tunneler. Okay, so this is likely Monsoon. So we'll play this. So because this could likely be a Monsoon, we're going to like go out of our way to not kill any of the cards he puts into play. So we'll play Exarch of the Egg, get some spiders in his deck to start us off. One of the things I really like about this game is that you get to see their champion and like make your mulligan decisions based on that. I really love this card. It's so powerful. Like the lethal makes it a removal spell against like the mid-range decks. Its 1/3 stats make it really good against the aggressive decks. The fact that it puts eggs into their deck makes it good against the control decks. Just like super well-rounded card. Yeah, you've got a Vampire Princess. That's fine. I've got a kill in my hand. Okay, Extinction's not bad. I did say we would want to avoid killing the creatures because this could be a monsoon, but Vampire Princess, whenever she hits a player, she has a chance to take an action out of their hand, so we just can't have that happen. Thankfully, we hit Extinction here, so next turn we get a draw step plus Arcane Focus plus Oracle Song to like find a second black source. So if this is monsoon, which it likely is, we can just Extinction and clean up the board afterwards. Monsoon, for those who aren't aware, returns all troops from the crypt to play that died while it was tunneled. Yeah, okay. So I just you'll catch up in a second. Looking for Blood Shard. Reese is pretty good. So I hate leaving Fentio out here, but ugh. Well, that's not looking good for us. We got one more draw step. I guess this doesn't come off for 2 turns. Or next turn in the following. Yeah, it comes off in 2 turns. So I'm just going to hit him for 1 here because this guy's actually pretty bad for us, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it. I would have just cashed in an Extinction had we hit the Blood Shard last turn, but we didn't, so we can't. We get one more draw step here. Yep, so Fentio puts Tarantula Eggs into our deck. This is a card we're playing as well. We're playing 3 copies of this. And a Princess. Hi, bud. Blood Shard, heyo. So I think I'm going to cast Extinction this turn, which, if this is a monsoon, which it likely is, it's going to return these to play. But what casting Extinction this turn does is it saves us from having to roll the dice with this Vampire Princess. And then it saves us from getting 3 more Tarantula Eggs in our deck. So I'm just going to do that. And then this monsoon's going to come into play. Yeah, it's a monsoon. So it's going to put all of his troops from his crypt back into play. And then, so long as we don't get Inquisition to this turn, we're going to get to Wrath again next turn. Or sweep the board with Extinction. That's why I didn't play the Ancestors Chosen out there, because I'm pretty sure I'm casting Extinction next turn, sans a... This doesn't return with speed, does it? Alright, no, yeah. Alright, big bucks, no Inquisition, big bucks, no Inquisition, big bucks, no Inquisition, big bucks, no Inquisition. I'd probably concede to an Inquisition here, in all honesty. I guess we got one more Extinction we could draw to, but like, we're pretty dead if he casts a discard spell. Hopefully he just plays with our troop out. That would be super greedy if he did that. It would be great. It would make our Extinction just like super value. Okay, this is still fine. We get to Extinction. Oh, jeez, that's great. So we get to Extinction plus Tunnel Reese, and then we have Zenthos Inquisitor to follow up next turn. And then we have Fentio plus Ancestor Chosen and Zenthos Inquisitor to follow up next turn. It's just like sweep the board, have a bunch of heavy hitters. Whenever a troop untunnels, he gets speed. I knew Monsoon was going to have speed. I wasn't sure if the troops he put back from the crypt were going to have speed. That was the question. And howdy, Colin. Welcome. This is our second match with this deck. That's annoying. I think we're gonna bin. Jeez, this card's just so good. I think I'm gonna bin Fentio here. He's the unique. So if we have 4 of him, Zenthos Inquisitor, when it dies, it comes back to your hand with +2 cost. So like he can never counter it. So this card is just like guaranteed to get him in this matchup, basically. And when he comes into play, he gives a troop -power equal to his power. So this is gonna come into play and get rid of Corpse Fly's power, and then we're gonna play Ancestors Chosen out here. It's just like he's gonna be in a world of hurt, even if he has a sweeper here. This comes back to our hand, and the next turn we get an Oracle Song and draw 2. Rock Cash, sure. So even if we brick next turn on our draw step, we get to draw 2 with our champion ability. And this is going to 2, and we bricked, but that's fine. Let's get an Oracle Song. cards. Double counter magic. Alright, that's... I'd be really surprised if this doesn't lock up this game with between the Reese and the Inquisitor in play here. Like, in all honesty, if he casts, like, a Vampire King next turn, I might just let it resolve, because, like, we really don't care about that. Like, we just want to, like, play Protect the Reese, basically. I think, like, these two cards mean we're just going to play, like, Protect the Reese and run him over here. Yeah, I think I'm just letting this resolve. I don't think we really care about that. I think these two guys are going to be able to erase this just fine. And, like, any troop we draw, we're just going to play outside of a second Reese, so there's only 2 Reeses in the deck. So just, like, protect the Reese is the game plan. Does he attack? I might counter magic a second VK. Just because we can't race double 3/4 lifelinkers. Yeah, I think I'll counter magic a second VK here. But other than that, we definitely counter a princess. We're gonna counter magic this because otherwise he'd take a counter magic, and this makes his inquisitions cost more. So protect the Reese is the game plan. He's got a fistful of removal spells, and we keep bricking off. This could go poorly for us, but we'll see. We got a counter magic for the kill. He hasn't cast a kill yet, right? Yeah, so likely has a kill. He's going to use it during our ready step. Yeah, we're going to counter magic that. So looking for another piece of action, or another counter magic, another Oracle Song. Another shard, sure. So we get to crack him for 7 here, and get a random robot. Hopefully it's a monster. Alright, unblockable robot. Extinction here kind of sucks. I guess it puts this back in our hands. It's not the worst, actually. Extinction's actually a 1-for-2 in our favor. He wants to Extinction because he needs to clean up the Reese, but we actually keep the Inquisitor, so it's not a great trade for him. This has got to be an Extinction, right? They usually play 3 or 4 of those. Yep. So Inquisitor comes back to our hand. And we're running so low on gas that I'm going to hold this until he plays out. I guess we can check and see what he's got. He hasn't been playing. He missed a bunch of shard drops, so he should have action in his hand. Fentio and Killipede. Alright, well, we'll take the Fentio since Inquisitor blanks Killipede. It's a good rip. Again, not playing this out because I want to use it to turn one of his creatures off. Killipede's actually a little awkward because this turns Killipede into a -2/5. That's alright. One good top deck deserves another, right? So long, Inquisitor, my old friend. Hopefully he catches up in terms of shards here soon. And we start drawing some spells. Alright, so he plays Killipede next turn, and then we're dead in 2. Killipede gives us a toxicity counter, and then when it hits something that's toxic, you get destroyed. So we've got 2 draw steps to hit something here. Sorry about that. Bickering with Todd Anderson on Twitter. Maybe I should just block him. If anyone else other than him had said the things he just said, I'd block him. Oracle Song or Gas? 12th shard out of 24 shards. He's played 7 shards. So what do we've got? Have we played a kill yet or an extinction? We've played 2 extinctions this game, right? Yep. So we've actually already played a kill too. So we're actually drawing pretty slim here. We've only got 2 kills and 1 extinction left to kill this. And we've got 1 turn to do it. So we've got Arcane Focuses and Oracle Songs as redraws. We've got any troops as potential blockers to buy a turn, assuming he bricked off. He has Vampire King. Alright, well that doesn't kill. And we drew another shard, so we're dead. Screw beats Flood. Classic CCG. That's just how that works. You know? Man, I almost don't even want to board here. That can't be right, right? Like, I could see Dinger being okay, but I'm not sure Dinger is better than any of these cards we have. Maybe Brood Baron isn't great just because, like, its effect it has to sit around on the table for and it's expensive. And I could see you often board out discard spells in these more attrition-y matchups, and I could see Verdict being better. So maybe we trim these and do this and add these in. I could see this configuration being okay. I think we're going to give this a try. Like, I feel like we're going to end up in situations like where we had in that last game a lot, where, like, we need to just answer the things he has on the table. So, like, Mass Polymorph does that really well and answers an unlimited number of things. Keep. Chosen on 1 seems nuts. This is a card that can run away with this. And we have all of our colors, so we get to play this. I guess we don't technically have all of our colors. If we draw 1 more shard, we can have all of our colors. Exarch of the Egg here, and then honestly, unless he deploys another troop here, we're probably just like in a holding pattern from here on out. You're still not sold on Dreaming Fox? I like Dreaming Fox. I think I think the only matchup where I'd rather have the spider eggs is like against Wintermoon, and decks like this just like crap all over Wintermoon as is, so you just like, you shouldn't need the extra help. I've definitely won games against aggressive decks because I had, you know, the 4 extra or 3 extra hit points. Has his Rot cast on too, sure man, why not? Maybe I'm supposed to hold Verdict there instead of playing the Exarch of the Egg, but, like, his chances of having Rockcast are, like, really low, right? Like, he can't possibly have that many of them. I think we're grabbing Oracle Song here. And then I'm going to lead on the Blood Shard next, actually, so we can hold Verdict in case he casts Inquisition against us next turn. And then now we do have all of our colors, so we can go ahead and play this to put spiders in his deck next turn. Or in a couple of turns. What are you doing, tiny baby? Would you like to come sit with your dad? Oh. Do the old butt sniff. Yep, there's no combo in here. This is Arachnophobia. Sweet. So holding the Verdict looks really good here. Yes or yes. Check a box. Yes or yes. So we're going to draw some cards here. Come on, spells. 2 spells. We've drawn all of the resources this game. Yeah, look at that. And that's a beautiful spell. We get to play this out and put some spiders in his deck, and then we get to cantrip the Spectre. This is just a blue-black mid-range control deck, basically. That's what it is. Just like classic mid-range. Quality, efficient, like creatures with good troops with good stats, and spells that are powerful. VK is annoying here, but beatable. Exactly, Rogue. Inquisition, sure. So you take my answer that I can hold up next turn, or if you take my answer that I can hold up next turn, I just gas back up with Oracle Song. So we're actually in a pretty reasonable spot. Are you upset I set you down? Okay, come back up. Yep, you'll have your format back in a few weeks. Like, you'll have your format back when everyone else gets it back, okay? I promise you it's coming back. Get our second Sapphire here, so we meet all of our threshold requirements. We just like start chipping away here. Just firing off counter magic on probably almost literal anything next turn. What do you want? You want this? You want that? We are not running Peak. We're running 3 Oracle Song and 4 Arcane Focus. And then, obviously, our champion's ability to Oracle Song. Extinction. I'm going to counter magic this. Making this cost more is valuable. Alright, you need a bottle in bed? Where is my message to your mother? This is going to put 4 eggs in his deck. Dreaming Fox is 7 charges, unfortunately, so we're a little bit away. Play this, hit him for another amount. Even if we brick off again next turn, like we've been bricking off all match, we're gonna get to fire up this for an Oracle Song and hit him for a bunch. So if he has Shard, another Extinction, that'll suck. I guess most things suck here for us, in all honesty. He likely has spells and we don't. Princess, sure. I guess these idiots can attack into that, because they'll trade. Alright, that's a good draw. Let's play this, an Oracle Song first, see what we get. Draw some cards. Bunch of kills. A whole fistful of kills. Kill your idiot. Put you to 6. Kill your next idiot. Put you to 2. Play a Fentio. Actually, probably not play a Fentio because we want to have gas after he extinctions. We'll build a wall of Hedrons. A big deal. Eldrazi, pay for it. Oh, yeah. Kill my 2/2 that cantripped. God, that feels good. Alright, so there's no extinction in sight, so we are definitely playing Fentio out next turn. That feels real good. There's 8 eggs in his deck at this point. 6 eggs. Yeah, 6 eggs. Alright, Fentio, so we're going to kill into our own Fentio. Thanks, Dredgendul. I'm trying to stream it more. Actually, Hex is still like... I don't know the game well enough that I can like play it as easily. I do worse at Hex when I'm streaming it, so I don't stream all the time when I'm playing. Like basically, if I'm playing Magic Online, I'm streaming it. But with Hex, there's a lot of times where I just like play and don't fire up the stream because I'm like trying to learn the game better. I'm still getting like blown out by things I'm not expecting and like making small mistakes. Ooh, that's pretty good. He's at 6, and we've got a 2-turn clock with just these idiots, and Fentio's making tarantulas. Trump Emrakul. Yeah, man. Don't wrath me, bro. Don't do it. It was the top card. Now I feel like a dick for playing out the Fentio, but you know, I think it was right. He didn't have it last turn. Oh, look at that. Definitely right. We have 4 of them. Why not? YOLO. YOLO swag 360. Yeah, I mean, like, I've got a math background and like I'm good at CCGs, so like I've played a lot. Yeah, you've got a Vampire King. I appreciate the follow there. I saw Pikachu run on screen a couple times. I know I don't always catch all of them, but I appreciate the follows, folks. He didn't drink that almond milk after he asked me for it. So I ended up drinking it.
Did you drink it out of the sippy cup?
Yeah. I wasn't going to let it go to waste. Oh, that was a good top deck. He brought that cup to me. He might drink it out of a bottle, though. I guess I should ask you to bring that down, too.
You look at you, just like chilling on Dad.
Well, I am happy to give a sweet game exposure. Can you change him? Maybe put an overnight tape on him. He wants that.
Okay, I can't change him and get him a bottle.
Alright, I'm going to run upstairs and procure a bottle for my other child. I think I'm happy with how we boarded here. I'm just going to go ahead and resubmit. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and resubmit. Alright, Jake, I'm getting it for you right now, bud.
Why are you throwing stuff? I think it's time for little boys to go to bed. That's what I think. Yeah, I do. Do you even know what you're crying about?
This is what you want, toddler? Oh, perfect. Dad's opponent took a while anyways. Perfect timing. Oh.
Your feet are so stinky.
This thing is sweet. Keep. Focus on 1. Exarch on 2. Possible counter magic up on 3. I guess it's kind of soft to a turn 3 Vampire Princess, but we could mulligan to a hand that's better against a turn 3 Vampire Princess, and he just like Inquisitions us and we lose it anyways. That's not when we want to draw Dinger. We want to draw Dinger on like turn 12. when we already have 8 resources in place. Looking for shards. And get our choice of shards. Yeah, I'm going to take the silk for now. That's fine. There might be merit to taking the blood there just because the silk is likely going to have to make a threshold here, and we would kind of like it to make spiders later.
That's when you already have one. You don't need Jake's too.
How do you obtain cards on Hex? There's lots of different ways to obtain cards on Hex. Actually, in my intro article, you can learn about here. They have a built-in auction house, and they also have things like MTGO traders and what's the other one? Card Hoarder, which is my sponsor, that you can just buy cards from directly. Let's play out our Exarch of the Eggs. You draw into the blood shard, so that's good. So that's why I took the silk earlier, just in case to hedge against flooding out. So, princess, sure. Hopefully we draw a troop or not an action. All right. Well, I guess we're casting that. I'm just gonna go and play this. Put some spiders into his deck. Just keep charging that up. Troops and resources, please, not actions. Alrighty, that was great. So he's got a 1 in 6 chance to take our mass polymorph dinger away. Vampires are also difficult to race, and this one can cast his kisses for free. Yep. Probably taking Reese away, I assume. I guess he might take if he's got answers for Chosen and Reese, he might take Exarch just because he put spiders into his deck. Takes the Reese, sure. Another one. Alright, so now he's going to have a 25% chance that our mass polymorph. There goes Ancestors Chosen. I guess again he could take Exarch of the Egg because, yeah, alright, fine. So hopefully we hit the right side of the die roll here. Please, RNGesus, we've been good this year. Alright, hit my Exarch, sweet. Kill on top, extinction. Kill on top, extinction. Another blood shard. Alright, so we're going to put spider eggs in his deck. And if we draw counter magic, this is bad, but he already discarded 1 counter magic, right? Yeah, so there's only 2 more cards in our deck that need double Saph thresholds, so. Put 4 more eggs in his deck, and then we hit 1, so that's not bad.
Is it yummy?
VK here would be pretty rough, just because we don't have like the power to kick through all this life linking. Alright, RNGesus is on our side this evening so far. Killipede, gross. I guess Killipede's actually not that bad for us because we can double block and it only has 1 point of Swift Striking Lethal and then our Exarch kills it. I think we just have to play... Yeah, I think we have to tunnel this. And now we're down to a coin flip to losing... Oh, that was a mistake. I forgot to attack with the Spiderling. There's no way this is blocking, so we missed a free point of damage here. It's just incorrect. Again, okay, so he's not attacking here because, again, we could double block and basically trade 1 for 1. Coin flip. Alright, we're winning coin flips. That's good. It's possible we want a 4th... Oh, you know what? I didn't board in the Rot Cast. I should have boarded in the Rot Cast for this matchup. because they kill this and they kill Fentio. I guess that playing that one out tells them what's in our hand. See if we hit the right side of a coin flip again here. I mean, if we keep hitting the right sides of these coin flips, like, we're going to cast this Mass Poly at some point. Next turn, we get to Oracle Song with Dreaming Fox, so that's good. And then we get a bunch of draws towards Extinction. Extinction is going to be pretty good on this board, even though it kills our Exarch of the Eggs. Like, these I forgot to attack with the Spiderling again. I'm just, like, talking and on autopilot here, talking about coin flips and what we're doing next turn, and I'm not paying attention to this turn. So we've missed 2 points of damage at this point. Look at that. RN Jesus. You are so good to me. You are so good to me, RN Jesus. He missed his shard drop last turn. It would be nice if he could just make all of his shard drops like we are every game. That would be appreciated. Start with this. Extinction. One time. Even kill is fine because we get to go ahead. Oh, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So this gives the Vampire Princess -power. Oh, and it's a Vend, so it puts 4 Spider Eggs in his deck. Oh, that's so good. We're gonna stop missing the Spiderling triggers. The Spiderling's attack, so we will only miss 2 points of damage now, not infinite. And I'm not activating my Champion's ability until we plan to cast the Oracle Song. Okay, I'm putting it back on. I thought you were playing with your mom. Dad's mean, I know. I turned off Daniel Tiger because I'm a monster. Withering Touch. Gross. Timely top deck. Oh, it's possible he's just been holding that the entire time. Another Vampire Princess, sure. So we've got 3 looks at, we've got 3 looks towards an Extinction next turn. An Extinction next turn would be perfect because Reese unsuspends in 2 turns. And he's got a bunch of Spider Eggs in his deck, so just like Extinction next turn, we've got 3 out of 3 good draws. That's a miserable draw, actually, because we can't cast it and he can Vampire Princess it away. 2 more looks at Extinction. Alright. Things are not looking good for our hero. We're taking 5 in the air, and he could possibly take away both the cards in our hand next turn, so... It's possible we want... No, I don't think we want a 4th Extinction. I think having mass... I boarded in 2 Mass Polymorphs, so it's possible that one of those Mass Polys should be a 4th Extinction instead of 2 Mass Polys in the board. So, if we hit the right sides of these coin flips here, we keep both our cards. If we hit the wrong sides, we could lose both of them. So, actually, if we hit the wrong side of the first one, we lose both, because then the second one automatically gets it. Alright, so he just got one of them. So, he got a Vampire Kiss to his hand. Now, Extinction's not even great for us anymore, because if we sweep the board, we're going to lose our Reese. But we still have to Extinction because we're pretty dead in the air here. Actually, we're just dead in the air because he has a Vampire Kiss in his hand that can deal it to a champion. So, we drew more resources than him every one of these games, but we also saw a few more cards, so we were bound to draw a few more resources, I guess. We probably play 1 to 2 more resources in our deck than he plays in his as well. I don't know how this matchup goes. I definitely should have boarded in the Rotcast, because one of the cards that's giving us trouble is these. And like, if we would have killed the Vampire Princess with a Rotcast early, we would have been much better off. Alright, well, we drew a kill. So that's step 1. I'm going to play this Ancestor's Chosen out. I guess Reese could possibly do stuff here. Hey, Subtolution. Attack with the Spider... I guess I could technically attack with the Inquisitor, because if he blocks and kills it, we could replay the Inquisitor. Yeah, that seems hot. Oh no! Crap! This is lethal and can. Wow, he just didn't block with the Killipede because he just thinks I'm a psychopath instead of an idiot. All right, good. Alright. Opponent thinks we're a psychopath and not an idiot. Great. Good. Play to your outs, I guess. Alright. So, we're going to kill the Vampire King here, because that one deals more damage to us. We unfortunately did not hit a Tarantula. If we'd hit a Tarantula this turn, that would have been the Stone Nuts, because we would have gotten to kill both of these. So he could have... This is a 1-5 lethal. He could have just killed the Reese for free there. You know. Whatever. We're still in trouble here. Like, he's got one kiss in hand, so we're technically like dead to known information next turn. We've got a lot of live draws, not only in our deck, but we also have live draws in his deck because we've got Fentio eggs in his deck right now, so... Come on, RNGesus, continue being kind. Well, that's just the worst. I guess we get another spin on RNGesus' wheel because Reese could... We actually got a lot of spins here because Reese could make a flying robot. And again, I'm shipping with this because if he kills it with Killipede, then it comes back to our hand, and we give Vampire Princess minus power. So I should have been attacking with this. I missed a lot of damage this game, but he's still at 22, so I don't think it would have mattered. All right, come on, Tarantula Egg. He's got 6 eggs and 66 cards. No. All right. Well, I guess we can. No, we can't counter magic the Vampire Kiss because he's going to hit us with Princess first and take it away. GG's opponent. So, if I would have killed the princess... If I would have killed the princess instead of the king, we could have counter-magicked the kiss here and gotten another draw step. Troll Spider, right? Yep, resolve kiss. So, like I said, super possible that I just want a 4th extinction over the second dinger on the board. It also just might be better than this Time Ripple, but I kind of wanted a random Time Ripple in order to deal with constants in this deck. Sweet. Gauntlet's firing tonight. So we wouldn't need the kiss to kill us. Alright, yeah, that's fair. So we did take the right line. Thank you. Look at Satalution queuing into us while we're streaming. What a scumlord. That scumlord. That mod subscriber scumlord of mine. Alright, so... I think we want to just play this and Arcane Focus on 1. Do we want Inquisition on 2 or Arcane Focus? I think we want to just Arcane Focus into Exarch here. Inquisition will be good later. He's playing Sapphire deck, so he's playing Wyatt. Oh, yeah. Now we get to Reese on 2, just like everything came up Millhouse. We drew another, just everything's coming up great. So we get to go ahead and tunnel this. And then next turn we can play Blood and Inquisition him, and then the following turn we can have counter magic up. Just, oh baby. Oh baby. He could be playing literal anything. I think this is usually a Sapphire Diamond deck with Wyatt, but there's probably a Reese of his own. God, it just, can we... I'm worried the building's going to catch on fire. Take a peekaboo. He's playing a burn deck. Interesting. I don't even know what I want to take here. We don't actually draw that many cards. I'm not even sure if we care about Mind Fire. Do we just, like, take the Crackling Bolt? Yeah, I think we take the Crackling Bolt because it interacts with Ancestor's Chosen. Yeah, we don't really draw that many cards, so the Mind Pyre is fine. I've not seen Sapphire, Ruby, Wyatt before, so that's neat. It's gonna be a matchup probably where we board in Kisses and Princess. Our deck is filling up with goodies. I'm gonna play this, get Sapphire. So I think I just want to hold Counter Magic this turn in case he tries to kill Chosen. I'd probably want to fight over it. And then next turn we can go Exarch plus hold Counter Magic up still. Or we can go like Exarch plus Fentio if we draw Fentio.
Jake. 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 Jake.
Trigger this again. Sounds great. Extinction's probably going to be super medium in this matchup. I don't think there's anything in his colors that punishes an attack here, so I'm going to get my point of damage in. That laptop must be pretty slow, because even my netbook runs this game. I guess my netbook runs it slowly, but that's a netbook, so. He just gets to draw a card here, sure. Oh, yeah, spider eggs. Our Reese gets to come in next turn, so he's had to have hit Counter Magic plus Verdict to stop this. And if he doesn't have anything to fight over this, we get to fight over his next turn. Some good stuff. Shag off. Put 2 other cards. That's into your hand. Interrupt. So I can't target that, right? That's an uncounterable counterspell? Alright. Well, that's sad. Alright, we're only 1 shard away from using this next turn. I guess I could have left this. Yeah, I should have left this back. Because if he has another counter magic here, we could have used this to block. Alright, he doesn't. Sweet. Yeah, I think the correct play was to leave this back, though. Mind Pyre, sure, man. You do you. So shards are good, spells are good. Another Extinction is like the only bad draw here. Counter magic, sure. Just to keep beating down on the table. I'm gonna counter the second one. I think 2 is where we're gonna get into trouble, because like we have a few Oracle songs in our deck and we want to generate at least 1. So this is basically casting that as like a gain, probably 8 to 10 this game. Hey, look, like that. Probably drawing like 4 extra cards here. We actually only play 3 Oracle song in the main, so. Play another Chosen out. Speeds our clock up. I doubt we're going to get heat waved, especially game 1. We might get heat waved post board. Would not be surprised if that's a thing. But game 1, I'm not playing around a heat wave. Mastery of Time. Yeah, get got. I've been really happy with Dreaming Fox. And I can see where the spiders are good, but like again, I feel like the matches where the spiders are good are already probably reasonable. People really undervalue having a few extra hit points. It's especially apparent in like in terms of Magic, like in this current standard format that we have right now. Like people really undervalue life points. Like the black-white deck, like people just don't see why it's valuable. And this Spectre is actually a super good draw, because if these hit, this puts lethal on the table. without having to play out our Zenthos Inquisitor. These guys cost us a life, but even when these guys deal 1 to us, these are still just a great card. Yeah. Yeah, counter magic that Spectre. Even at 3, this card's fine. Into Ripple my Spectre. Yep, deal. You got it, Zeto. Get to draw another card, Ripple my cantrip, deal. Put some more spiders in his deck. Play this Fentio out. Which puts more spiders in his deck because we have Exarch of the Egg. Alright, so not really sure what he's doing. The verdicts are probably great. Vampire Princess is probably great. Kiss might be reasonable. Inquisition's probably reasonable because he's playing counter magic. Brood Baron's probably slow. Inquisitor's probably clunky. Extinction's probably clunky. I guess Extinction could be reasonable for cleaning up a Reese. And maybe that means we don't want to board all of them down, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like we just want to like Inquisition and counter magic and kill Reese. That's probably enough answers to that. And like our own Reese can allow it to get equally out of hand. I could also see bringing in 1 Time Ripple because it does let us tempo the Reese, and Oracle Song's just pretty medium against a Mindspire deck. He might not even leave Pyre in against us, but I think this is fine. Also, you'll see me being greedy and boarding down to only 8 Venalot, but I think that's fine in these slightly slower matchups. So I'm gonna try this configuration and submit. He didn't really show us any troops that Kiss can kill, so I'm not just gonna bring in Kiss as a gain 2.
Out of your mouth. Come on.
Man, this hand is so good with this. If this was 1 Sapphire, I'd snap this hand off so fast. But one blood we cannot keep, which is so sad. Just like chosen on 1, just like my favorite thing to do in this game. That's probably why I built this deck. Like I had the first Wintermoon deck that I copied from a gauntlet that I built with this game had 1 Ancestor chosen in it, and I kept drawing it on the first turn of the game. And just like this card's so good on 1. It's so good. This is a keep at 6. It's got a castable Inquisition. Inquisition into Fentio. What more could you ask for? Like, what more could you ask for? Kill, also probably a good pickup. Show me what you're working with, Sato. This is a game called Hex TCG. It is a digital trading card game that's similar to Magic, but different. And this deals damage to an opposing champion. Each champion discards their hand and draws 3 cards, so that's what our kill is reserved for. Crackling Bolt, and Rage Fire. So I kind of just want to take the Rage Fire here because that's his cleanest answer to a Fentio. Yeah, which means he's probably going to have to 2-for-1 this Fentio, and he can't do it right now, so with the card's in hand. He's probably going to shag off the Fentio, in all honesty. There's links to this game below the stream. I also wrote, if you're found the stream because you're a Magic player that follows me, I've got an intro guide written specifically to talk about Hex for Magic players, so you can check that out there. If you know how to play Magic, the learning curve's not all that bad. Play this. Play out Fentio. Like I said, wouldn't be surprised if he check off this. Really, so he drew a burn or something, so he can 2-for-1 this. He had to have drawn a way to remove this to not shag off it, right? Wow, this is really good for us. Maybe he's gonna shag off this. He's gonna shag off the kill. I could see that being a thing. I guess. Okay, I'm gonna kill this. Try and kill this before. Okay, because if he shag off to protect this, I was going to use this to block. Oh, Shagoth requires 3 Sapphire? Okay, that's good to know. I didn't actually look at the Shagoth. I just assumed it was, like, free force. Sweet. Yeah, this game's so much better. And 1 resource. Oh, does it take a resource? I guess I'm going to look up Shagoth, so I just stopped talking like an idiot. I just assumed it was free. One of my friends showed me the card and said it was Force of Will. So I just assumed it was free. How do you spell Shagoth? It's S-S-H-O, okay. Shogoth. I've been saying Shagoth, so it's Shogoth. No, it doesn't cost... okay, yeah, it costs him 1. And then put 2 cards. Yeah, and it takes triple Sapphire. Okay, so that's good to know. And that card has a lot more requirements going for it. Like, you have to 3-for-1 something, and then, yeah. It's an uncounterable counter, which, I mean, is sweet, but, like, it's got a lot of loopholes you gotta jump through. Alright, and he found that. So we got 3 eggs into his deck, though. So there's 3 5/5 Tarantula eggs in his deck, and we're gonna Exarch of the Egg here. So we really need just a Sapphire Shard to be in this game. And, like, we're not under any pressure. Hey, look at that. Ask, and you shall receive, ladies and germs. So now we're gonna Arcane Focus first to see if we hit Princess or... Oh, yeah. Get that chosen. So now we just go... You know, I think... So what is his hand? His hand has Buccaneer, Shagoth, one other card. Yeah, right, I'm just going to go chosen, and then and Exarch. Shogoth. Look at Tarantula. So if he would have had a troop in play, this would have destroyed a troop when it came out. Alright, so he's in a pretty bad spot. He could technically shake off this Ripple. And he actually can now, because he has 1 up and he has 3 Sapphires, so he could pitch his other 2 cards and shake off the Ripple if he wanted. Which he doesn't want. So put all our guys on the table, attack for a bunch. Not playing around nothing for nobody. Crack you for 7. This is unblockable, right? Yeah. And this Exarch puts 4 Spider Eggs into his deck, so we've got 2 Exarchs. I don't know why. I don't know why the 100k deck wasn't playing 4 of this card. It's really good. I don't think he hasn't. We know 2 of his cards aren't actually. He's got a Shagoth and a Buccaneer. There's the Shagoth that we know about. So we're at a nice healthy 27 here. Things are not looking good for Seto. I took a break. We went and hung out with the family for a little while. Their children will hopefully be going to bed here soon. If he wants to stay up, I don't care, but he needs to go to bed after he's done with that. Ragefire the princess. Buck the tarantula that I can't recast. That's pretty good. And his last card, Shaggy. Oh, and then he makes us... I get it. His deck's adorable. He bounces our cards and then he discards them. Okay, that's cute. That's why Shagoth is in his deck, because we're all going to discard him anyways. Got it. He said I would understand what his deck was doing. Draw some cards, have a tarantula. Eat your guy. So he drew a tarantula egg, so a new tarantula came out, which is just super bad for him. And we just have all the things here. So what do you get the guy? What do you get the guy for Christmas that is everything? Get out of here. Sato told me when the match started that he was not expecting to win. And I didn't understand why he was so down on himself, but his deck is all about drawing cards and we're putting spiders into his deck, so I understand now. Two and one now. Sorry, Sato. That was like on the scale of 1 to worst pairing imaginable. What was that? Like probably close to like worst pairing imaginable. I think I would either kill the 75 or maybe even a cripple. Speaking of kill, goodbye Daniel Tiger. Rest in pepperonis.
You are like falling asleep.
You have an overnight type on?
Yeah.
Good night, toddler.
He needs bedtime. We're so cruel making you get a good night's rest.
All right. While we have a minute here, on my overlay, does anyone think the sub-goal text is too difficult to read against that background? I've got like this little like light blue overlay to make it easier to read, but is it still too difficult? Maybe the text could be a little bit thicker or bolder. I mean, like, re-exploring decks that used to be good are like, you know, it's a good place to be. Okay. Cool. It's impossible to read without this cover there. That's the cover definitely does work. I don't know if I can give the letters. It's a good question. Is there an outline option? Oh, I can outline them. Whoa, I don't know what that does. Drop shadow looks awful. Is the second color the outline then? Oh, I wonder if that's what it does. Is that better or worse? I feel like that's worse. Ooh. I could get rid of the background, though. What do we think of that? That seems okay. I think that's better. I don't know. Opinions, since we're waiting to queue anyways. I like that. I like that better, actually, because then I get to pull this haze off, and you can actually see the picture through there. I like that a lot. Look at that. Beautiful. Pick a better font. That's the font that they use on Magic cards, actually. So, because I used that same box on both of my overlays. I guess I could pick a box with a different text overlay. I guess I could copy that text and like have a second one for this, but maybe it's in my head. But I feel like I queue faster if I cancel and re-hit play again. It's probably just in my head. We got a match. This hand's really pretty medium. I think it's fine with an arcane focus, but Zenthal Inquisitor is generally not great against Wintermoon decks. So, like, this hand's kind of, like, at a 6 already. Extinction's medium. If he's playing Havoc Moon, Extinction's valuable. Reese? Alright, I'm just going to take another focus for now, because I'd kind of like to find, like, a Reese or a Fentio for next turn, for 2 turns. Oh, are you ready for bed, tiny baby? It is almost 1 a.m. Tiny babies are supposed to be sleeping at 1 a.m. You can't even pick yourself up and crawl over here? Ancestors Chosen, phenomenal pickup here. Hi. Hi. Oh, fly, tiny baby, fly. Don't time ripple me, bro. Don't do it. Have a heart. Chlorphilia, sure. No worries, Master Machu. We also already played, so like I don't think we can cube into the same thing twice. Inquisition while his defenses are down here. Let's see what he's working with. All right, so he is playing. He is actually playing the Havoc build. I think we're supposed to take the Azure Fate Sorceress. I guess we could like take Archmage or Root Father. Like Archmage could run away with this game, and then we could just like Extinction next turn. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna take the Archmage because it's possible that card could just run away with the game, and then we'll just get only 4 Spectres into our deck, or maybe actually we'll wait a few turns, and like next turn we'll Oracle Song and then we'll Extinction later. But I guess Extinctioning later gives them a chance to find counter magic. I don't know. Like, I feel obligated to Extinction the Sorceress or the Azure Fate here. So, like, I think it's probably pretty irrelevant. I guess if we draw exactly kill here, we could have gotten punished. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna cash in the Extinction here right away. We're just gonna chump check him first. Chump check. Opponent confirmed to chump. Cast the sweeper. Always attack with everything, even if they're bad attacks, before you cast your sweeper. So, opponent's got Peak, Root Dad, and some other stuff in his hand. Play this, put some spiders in his deck. I'm just going to run the Inquisitor out here. And then next turn we can Oracle Song plus Counter Magic. Captain Jack Hex. Why did he not block? He didn't block because that's why we were chump checking. I attacked because I knew I was casting Extinction. And he didn't. Might as well attack because I know I'm sweeping the board. It's called a chump check because basically you're a chump if you don't block because it's a free point of damage versus a free block. Like the EV on the attack is positive because you know you're sweeping the board anyways. So you're losing your guy regardless. So if you lose your guy in combat, it's the same as if you didn't. So yeah, it was a free attack. And if your opponent's not a chump, he makes the block. You know. And that's the upside of playing something that's not considered like a meta deck or a known quantity, is like when you chump check people like that, they'll often not call because like I'm playing a weird combination of cards. I could be playing literal anything. Like what's some kind of weird card that he's not thinking about that we could have that like savages him here. Like we could play that. If we get Sorceress here, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, it just like has another Sorceress. This has draw on it. Yeah. So we're in a bad spot again. Oh, is Dad gonna have to take a break and put you to bed? I think we are. So kind of wish I would have held Counter Magic up there. Alright, apologies for the small angry child. I'm going to take a quick minute and run him up to bed. It's about 1 a.m. here, so he's overtired. I'll be right back, 2 minutes. So these kills just looking super awkward and awful. Playing the Zenthos Inquisitor just like might have cost us this game because we could have counter magic this last turn if I would have, or 2 turns ago if I would have held that up instead. I'm fighting over this because if he hits us with the Sorceress, he gets to draw a card. We need like a Fentio or a Reese ASAP. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Play this before we attack, because if this resolves, we can go ahead and attack here. Tunnel the Reese afterwards. I think this is the card I hate more than anything in this game, is Azure Fate Sorceress. It's an awesome card. Actually, I don't even hate the card. I just hate this gem. Spell Shield is such a crap mechanic. It's a crap mechanic in Magic as Hexproof. It's a crap mechanic in this game as Spell Shield. Like, and it's actually worse in this game than it is in Magic, because this game doesn't have any edict effects. There's no 2 and 3 cost target player sacrifices a creature. Extinction. Extinction, please. Please, Extinction. Alright, Ancestral Spectre buys us a turn and cantrips. Ancestral Spectre buys us a turn and cantrips. Shard of Cunning. Yeah, it's really poor design in this game. Hopefully I haven't... What? This is lethal. Deal. Alright, well, opponent kicked the ball. Kicked the ball real hard. Maybe he's watching and is upset that we called him a chump earlier for not blocking. And can't even kill this in response because it has Spell Shield. So, we were going to be in this game, but then again, Azure Sorceress just, like, kicks us in the face and says, no, you're not allowed to play Hex. So, opponent tried really hard to throw the ball back to us, but unfortunately we were unable to accept it. Extinction. Alright, that chump blocks and draws a card. Extinction. I think I need a... I'm gonna ask in my team chat right now for an extinction, actually. Skip. At least I can block with this and it comes back to my hand. Upside to having infinite resources, we can keep casting it. Look at that, we found a Spiderling. We're also really bad at drawing Fentio against these decks. Like if we had Fentio, set 4 has the answer. We need a 2 or 3 cost edict. Like just like Diabolic Edict would be so super playable in this game. Like just like two cost target player sacrifices a troop, like instant speed, quick action, whatever you want to call it. Like that would be like this deck would just like crap all over this deck. Not close. You just play a bunch of it. It's called Bleed Out. What does Bleed Out do? Is it just like a 2 or 3 cost quick action? Alright, that works. 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't time ripple me. Getting rippled there isn't awful because it means this is less likely to get rippled next turn. I guess we can get counter magic too, so you can counter magic this one. Alright. That's almost good enough. That's super, like the conditions on that are rough. I'm jumping here because this has the context draw card on it in addition to Spell Shield because of this Azure Fate Sorceress. Maybe he's bricked off the last couple of draws. All right, those are bricks. If this is a brick 2 and Reese is kind to us, we could get back in this game. Please, please, one more brick to build his house with. One more giant brick for his house. His giant house of bricks. Please, please. He blocked our lethal guy with the root father. Let him have a house of bricks. Oh baby, oh baby, can you feel it? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, folks. Oh, there's a Fentio. We're gonna play this out. We're gonna play Fentio out. I'm gonna ship for 4. And we're gonna get a mecha killer or super. Just like never justice. Has it all. Ugh. So we were super dead regardless there. We would have been better off had we not attacked, but, whatevs. I hate this card. I got talked into adding that by a teammate, and I just don't really like it. Three more cuts. I probably can't board in 2 dingers in this matchup. I probably can't afford to draw all of those. Maybe this isn't a princess matchup. Maybe I'm not bringing in all the princesses if I'm leaving in extinction. Like princesses for the red matchups and the matchups where they're not playing Havoc Moon, just like traditional Moon where they have more spell actions. Because this build actually doesn't have that many actions in it. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll just board in 1 and bring in the extra dinger. Because like we have to be able to answer stupid spell shield things. And like that second dinger is going to become a 4th extinction, I think, in the reserves. Keep. Snap it off. This hand's phenomenal. We're not going to attack into someone like once every like 2 minutes or so, just post in chat, don't attack into quick root fathers. Don't attack into quick root fathers. Don't attack into quick root fathers. That's all I need is a gentle, constant reminder. Your champion in this game determines your ability and your starting life total. So it's kind of like if you've ever played Vanguard in Magic, it's very similar to that. Oh, jeez. All right, sweet. Hopefully we just get to run. We haven't had a hand where we just have a super aggressive start like this. Thank you. 2 minutes. Someone say it again. Honestly, I think having the champions with different life totals is a good thing. It's a neat balancing mechanic for the game. He redrew the same what he just cycled. That's funny. I'm going to take the Root Father here because the rest of his hand is slow and clunky, and this card lets him cycle. So, yeah, we're just going to like take him to the Browntown beatdown here. Next turn we play Fentio, and then even if he plays his Archmage, like we just start filling his deck full of eggs. He redrew it. Daddy doesn't want to go home. Daddy's home and he's feeling tipsy. Alright, well if he didn't draw exactly counter magic this turn, he's probably going to be in some trouble. Oh, baby. You know what? Do we just go Inquisition plus second Ancestor Chosen here? That could be really good. Getting Fentio into his deck is probably... He doesn't have any actions in his hand? Yeah, I'm just going to get Fentio out here. He's only 1 turn to draw counter magic. He's going to play his stupid thing out. That's fine. Draw all the cards you want, man. We're going to put all the eggs in your deck. So this card puts 5/5 eggs in his deck, which is wonderful. Oh, and we drew counter magic? Yeah. So we're just not doing anything here. We're missing a shard drop, but that's fine. We're gonna counter magic almost anything next turn. And so he's got six spiderling eggs in his deck and 3 tarantula eggs right now. You don't have anything. Sure, deal, man. Continue attacking with Exarch of the Egg. So it might have been right to focus plus Inquisition last turn just because we know he's got Windsinger in his hand. But, like, if he's just, like, sitting here not doing anything and we're just, like, filling his deck with Tarantula eggs, like, if I was him, I'd probably feel obligated to jam Windsinger here. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at what I've done. Oh, look at what I've done. We can't cast Counter Magic. We've Time-Walked ourselves twice. We've Time-Walked ourselves twice because I don't have the shards to cast Counter Magic. Chat. Chat, I've been saying we're sitting here, chat. It's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m., chat. What have I done? What have I done? I can cast that one. We can cast Verdict. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mistakes. The mistakes have been made. I've made so many of the mistakes. Oh, no. Opponent, put a stop on my turn. Oh, jeez. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, don't hold the play. Well, great. There's the real sage advice. He understands. Oh, jeez. And he has a dinger in his hand that we know about, too. I guess I don't want to attack with this because it leaves him open to attack with his Root Father. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. At least we take solace in the fact that there's tarantula eggs in this deck. We can take solace in that fact. This is not my brightest moment. It's just the shard base in this deck is really good, and I'm just used to being able to cast our things. It's just we'd bricked on shards there for ugh. Ugh. Fentio's down. The wheels are falling off, and we are rolling down the hill. A laundry machine with spiders in it. I guess I should have done this before I cast this. Yeah, man. You do you. Pick your favorite counter magic, dude. No, it is kind of skinny, isn't it? I wonder if it's because I'm actually streaming from Linux, and I'm running this in Wine. So I wonder if that's causing it to bug. Alright, we killed it. Quick root father, sure. Tarantula. 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 Nope, it's bugged on everything. Alright, good. Alright, so we're going to be 2-2 in this gauntlet. We got some work to do if we want to finish with a respectable record. Threw this one away. Like, no guarantee, like, what would have happened in Game 3, but, like, if I would have cast the Arcane Focus and the Inquisition the first time I held up Counter Magic when we couldn't actually cast it, like... Alright, well, that's one way to stay in this game. Alright, that's... So you're saying there's a chance. Tarantula. Tarantula? Oh, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We could actually win this game. Oh, who's excited? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. No. I guess I can just counter magic when he recasts the Root Father. That's fine. That's fine. Welcome to the Spider Laundromat. Welcome to the Spider Laundromat. Population, you. This is a Reese, but we've got 2 counter magics here. 1-2 counter magics. Maybe we are gonna beat the Dinger and get the old Game 3 here. Not even casting that because I want to hold both counter magics up. No fear, swing. Put him to 1. Am I supposed to counter magic the Reese is the question. Because we could lose to Dinger, right? So I'm supposed to... I've got a minute. I'm going to let this... We let Reese resolve, right? There isn't a robot that punishes me here, right? Reese is supposed to resolve. Yeah. We're at 7, so we can take the hit for 4. I should have probably left back an Ancestral Spectre to chump here. This does nothing, right? Don't care about that. I can't believe we won that game. I made so many mistakes. Oh, there's no justice. Okay. Whoever messes up the most wins. That's how this match is going. Okay. Well, I'm at a loss for words, kind of. We're gonna cut. Not a kiss. We're gonna put a kill back in because, like, if he doesn't have the sorceress, we can actually kill his things. I think one kill is fine. Yeah, no one's getting punished in this match, so we just need to, like, try and savagely misplay in this next game, and then we'll get rewarded and win. So yes, I think this is the game plan here. We're just gonna go ahead and click the save button sheepishly, and Brood Baron's slow. Brood Baron's really slow. I could see it being okay as a threat, but like I just don't like this card in this deck. It's so much mana, or so many shards or resources or whatever we call them. Yeah, I think I'm happy with what we've got here. Inquisition yourself should secure the win. Yep. There's only 3 sets in Hex right now, so they don't have it broken down into individual formats. This is just Hex constructed. This hand is actually pretty reasonable. We need another Blood Shard, but we can still suspend Tunnel Reese on 2 and Oracle Song on 3 here, even if we miss the Blood Shard. Yeah, so BS represents the shard colors. Or the shard types, I guess they are, not colors. Blood Shard. Blood Shard. Blood Shard. Ancestors Chosen. Actually just the best draw possible there. Actually the best draw possible. It's like blue-black equivalent, basically. Ruby would be the equivalent of red. Put some things in my deck. You know, the fact that our guys put awesome things in our deck and crap in his deck probably makes our matchup against Dinger better than most. He doesn't have anything to punish an attack here, so I'm going to get him my point for 1, and then we're going to go ahead and Tunnel Reese. If you're interested in learning about Hex and you're coming from a Magic background, you can check out the primer that I wrote about the game here. Kind of talks about the differences between Magic and kind of gives you a quick start guide, along with also deck suggestions for getting into Constructed quicker. Go ahead and Tunnel Reese. Yep, not a problem. Have any questions, feel free to ask in chat. Alright, now the real question here is, do I play Oracle Song or do I jam Fentio? I feel like we're the question deck in this matchup. I'm sure we're just going to eat a counter Magic. He hasn't really done anything. Yeah, it's possible I'm supposed to play Oracle Song there, but like, man, if Fentio sticks, oh. Miss a shard drop. Rats. Don't have Sorceress on 4? Ugh. Alright, things went well for him. Okay. It's not bad. I'm going to resolve my Oracle Song now while he's tapped out. That's really good. Oh, he's killing that one. Okay. It's not the worst, so we can trade these now. Drawing a spell at some point would be wonderful. At least we're working towards our champion power. Not attacking because I want to save this to block that. If he just goes like Shard, Windsinger, Counter Magic here, we're in trouble. I guess Kronk is really bad for us too. They play 4 of those. Oh, Shard, Windsinger. There's the first 2. At least we get to try and resolve this before he draws. Nope, never. Right, so you're saying there's a chance. Dinger check. Time ripple. Huh. He must have drawn this off of this, otherwise he would have peeked in response to Reese. I don't know. I think Ventio is almost stronger than Reese in this matchup, so there might be an argument for sequencing it in the other way. But it also like pressures him sooner. But if we play something that he's less likely to counter magic, he just doesn't use his resources that turn. It might have even been right to just play Exarch of the Egg on 3, because it puts something into play that he then doesn't want to counter magic. Ugh. Just like all of our choices suck. Take the Croc, I guess. Hope that robots can beat his monsters. He can't cast the other one yet. Megadethtron, give us the 10-10. Mass enters play, another robot you gets 1-1. That's the robot we want second if we're gonna get it. He's cycling that, that's fine. Another one, sure. And again, we're in a board position, we're like, yeah, why not? Just draw the best card. Well, now we really want to draw. I was going to say, we're in a position where we kind of want to cast Extinction, but we don't really because we have Reese, but now we're all about casting Extinction. I guess we technically have the resources to get to a Dinger at some point here. We know his last card's a Sorceress right now, so if we draw Extinction, he only has one draw step to beat it. He's going to attack with the Clock. We're going to trade with the Exarch of the Egg, because that's lethal. Extinction. Alright, it's a blocker at least. Oh, you know what? I should have Oracle Songed first. Watch us draw Extinction. Alright, we hit Verdict, so we can protect the Extinction if we hit it next turn. I think I want a fourth counter magic in the 75 for this matchup too. I think I want to board into that just because like it's really important to be able to counter magic these idiots. Like especially once he has the spell shield out and even just to counter the spell shield itself, like it's really super important. Now that we have Verdict, if we draw Extinction next turn, it's pretty likely to resolve. If we draw Dinger, we're definitely windmill slamming it, even though we could have counter magic because we just can't beat this otherwise. Alright, I'll block with my Exarch of the Egg. Probably not coming back from this. As I said that last time too. We don't have Tarantula Eggs in his deck to draw to, and he has Sorceress out this time, so. Dinglinger. Dingler. Dingler is what I'm supposed to say. Jump with the bot. This deck also might have one too many resources, and if we cut a 5-drop, we can probably cut a resource. Oh, look we got some Spiderlings. He's on 23, we're gonna get him. I should have played this last turn, because I want to play this turn with the Exarch. I should have played this before I cast this card. So that way we guaranteed get spiders. If he counters this, we won't get spiders. Ship for 2 in the air. It's pretty free. Unless he has a Root Father, but if he has a Root Father, we're just dead anyway, so... Conceding to a Root Father at any point here. I know some changes I want to make to the deck. The shell feels fine. The shell's just like a bunch of reasonable cards. The shell itself is definitely just... Why wouldn't you block my thing? It's the freest of blocks. I get it. You've been bad at blocking in the past, but that block was super free for you, I promise. Ugh. So, I'm going to cut the Brood Baron for counter magic in the main, and I'm going to maybe trim a shard for something else. And we're going to put another extinction on the board, I think. But we're still in this gauntlet. We're 2-2 now, so we've got to win 3 more or lose 1 more before we're out. I mean, if I'm setting up an extinction that turn, I just shove... No, I played the Exarch of the Egg out pre-combat. Like, when I'm setting up extinction, I don't play a creature, and, like, I'm not on, like, the next level where, like, I'm playing a creature and then sweeping post-combat. Like, that's... I'm a psychopath, but we're not doing that. Guess I wouldn't be super surprised if the Gauntlets don't fire. It is like 2 a.m. in the States and super early overseas. I'm going to have myself a snack. I'm going to mute the microphone while I chew. So if it goes quiet, that's because I'm chewing. I guess while we have a break, I can do my little spiel. If you're new to the stream, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a professional Magic the Gathering player who streams MTGO and Hex here on Twitch. I stream Constructed on both. Magic, we play Standard, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Pauper. And on here, we play I only have one constructed format right now, so if you like the content you see in front of you, feel free to hit the follow or sub buttons below. Those are the two best ways you can show your support for the stream. Both those numbers help a lot. I try to stream Magic constructed 2 days a week and Hex constructed at least 1 day a week. Usually we end up doing a little bit more than that, but my bare minimum goals for myself are to do at least 2 in 1. Oh, that's true. There is Rock League. Fair. This hand's tough. I'm not sure what we want to do. I think we want to play... We want to get Sapphire on one and Arcane Focus, because Arcane Focus is likely to find us another Blood Shard. I do not draft. I only play constructed in both games. The professional Magic circuit that I play on is the SCG Tour, and their formats are 100% constructed, so I don't have any reason to learn or play limited Magic, and just, you know, find constructed more interesting in Hex. That's what I've been working on. So I feel like this deck matches up pretty strongly against traditional like Eaglov Wintermoon, but it probably it's either a coin flip or slightly bad against the Havoc build. I think we're gonna make some changes after this to improve that a little bit. Well, that's like the downfall of Sapphire, right? You play a bunch of blood decks and you die. Oh, you know what? I should probably be paying attention. What time does the cup start at today? Is it like 10 a.m.? I should probably go to sleep soon. I kind of wanted to finish this gauntlet, but I should probably be sleeping at some point. I have it on my Google Calendar. I should check that. I think it's 10 a.m., which is early. Oh, it's not till 11. All right, sweet. I'm gonna play for a little bit. Nine hours and 20 minutes. Sweet. I'd like at least 6 hours of sleep. What's English? Our opponent's playing Blood Moon. Look at that. He's got 2 extinctions and a Dinglinger in hand. Huh. That's a tough one. The peak's not very good because he doesn't have a lot of blue, so I think I'm really fine leaving that. I think we're just gonna take... an extinction for now. There, I'll take an extinction. Doesn't it? Isn't it pretty? That's my response. It's definitely very pretty. I'm gonna play out another Exarch of the Egg because I want him to burn his extinction on these two idiots. And then we can play the Ancestors Chosen as a follow-up and just kind of run away with the game. And like, we're not adding anything to the table until he pulls the trigger on that extinction. Alright, he's just planning to peek this turn. Hopefully we draw counter magic or another Inquisition here. You know, it's possible I was supposed to play the Ancestor Chosen just to force the extinction a little bit. I don't know. He's really our only like must answer threat to follow up with, so he could also be playing Neo's deck list from the 100K. Yeah, if you're gonna get into Magic, I would wait I would wait until they update the ban list at the beginning of April to get into Modern. But Modern is definitely like the easiest format because it doesn't. Oh, that's really good for us. Look at that. All right, well, let's just keep shipping on in here. Yeah, definitely. It's basically this game is basically Magic Plus, is how I would describe it. Yep, you could definitely post a link. If you're unless you're spamming stuff, you can always post links in my chat. I appreciate you asking, but always feel free to post links. This deck plays more individually powerful cards, which is good. I like the playstyle of the Coyotls deck, but this deck's just like raw power level is much higher. So we're definitely counter magicking this, which means we're gonna get dingered in 2 turns, but that's fine. Making his extinctions more expensive is probably pretty valuable in this matchup too. These cards are just like rotting in our hand for this entire game. Another counter magic so we can stop Dinger. That's great. Militech, I actually wrote an intro guide for Magic players to Hex, so you should check that out. It basically talks about what are the small differences. The reason for no Vampire Kings is because a deck full of Extinctions and Mass Polymorph Dinglingers should devour. His Extinctions now cost 8. Should devour creature decks where Vampire King is good. So his hand is Mill TK. Good. Thank you for the phonetic. I'm not the greatest at that. I suppose we've kind of gotten punished now because his Dinger gets all these. I'm playing this out because the sweeper in his hand, that if he draws a shard for it, the Dinger gets the creatures in our, or the troops in our hand too. So if he just has like, oh, he gets a Spiderling out of it as well, that sucks. So if he doesn't have a shard here, he's basically dead, but if he does, sweet. And he can't cast Extinction because his Extinctions cost as much as Dinger does at this point. Mill TK. Milla TK. Sorry, I didn't even, you broke it up and I missed the A at the end still. So it's Milla TK. Alright, ship with the guys. And he missed his shard drop still even after Oracle Songing, so that's pretty good for us. And we have this Ancestral Spectre to look for an Inquisition or counter magic here. And again, we're playing it out because Mass Polymorph is going to hit the cards in our hand as well. And we hit the counter magic. I feel kind of bad. This is why my screen name is just my name. Our draw was pretty good this game. Like, yeah, I want a 4th counter magic in this deck. Like, this is like a tempo Protect the Queen type deck, and this card's great in that style of deck. So he's going to cast his Dinger, we're going to counter magic him because we're a savage, and yeah. We drew exceptionally well this game. Alright, so this is a matchup where we definitely want to do the princess swap. The old princess bride swap-a-rooney. Get rid of all of these 4s. I've got one more cut here. Okay, so the sideboard's not configured great because, and this is something I want to think about. I just kind of threw cards together in this configuration. I guess I can board out a kill. Yeah, I guess that's probably fine. Like, we don't have a clean in-out. That's very obviously we want these in and these out. So, like, that's one of the things, like, when you're configuring your reserves for a deck that you're working on a lot, you want to go, what cards am I playing in this matchup? What cards am I cutting? Etc., etc. Another thing that we could actually do, and let's try this. I'm gonna leave the kill in, and I'm going to cut. I'm gonna cut a shard. Yeah, because we're thinking about boarding out a shard anyways. we're thinking about cutting a shard from the deck anyways, and this is a matchup where we're not going to get punished for stumbling. Generally, we're not going to get punished for stumbling, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a shard and see. Actually, I'm going to cut a silk because I think I'm going to trim the Blood Baron, which means we're kind of low on. We're kind of low on Ven. So let's try cutting a silk and see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think I plan to play. And in fact, I might reconfigure the board after this and just like cut the Brood Baron from the main entirely. This hand's medium, but I'm going to keep it. We're on the draw, so we've got a few draws to hit the Inquisition and the Fentio here. We can cast Exarch of the Egg, so... This is the game that got sued by Wizards of the Coast. They settled out of court. Mostly because the lawsuit was giving them bad publicity. They very likely would have won the lawsuit because you can't patent game mechanics, but it was hanging over their head, and WotC has more money in lawyers. But the reason I decided to get into this is they just had their first large cash tournament, and hopefully they're going to be doing more of those. They said they plan to make it, they want to break into esports, so that means more cash tournaments. But I like the mechanics of this game a lot from, the first few games I played of it, so if they're going to offer the option to make money playing it, I am definitely all in on that. In before punished for cutting a shard, yep. Blood Shard. Alright, that's fine. Attack for 1 here. That kill could potentially be a silk. You're not wrong. You'll never know. And that's why, if we were playtesting this as a paper card game, when I make decisions like that, playtesting in Magic, like just playtesting at the kitchen table with friends, I'll take whatever card could have been the land, and I'll we'll put a slip of paper inside the sleeve or something, so we know when you draw the one that could have been the something else, just to get a feel for was this really wrong? Oh, look at that. Never didn't have it. And you know what also could be good if we cut a shard from the deck entirely? We could just put a cantrip in that slot. We could play one copy of that card that you draw a card, gain a charge, because gaining a charge towards our champion ability is pretty reasonable. Another verdict? Alright, so he's wishing he would have counter-magicked because we had a second Inquisition. So... I'm going to take his counter magic away here and leave him with kills, so I don't want my cards to cost more since I've got doubles of everything. So next turn, we get to go Chosen Fentio, and the following turn we can go Chosen Fentio. Should have converted that kill to Extended Art, yep. I hate Extended Art cards on here, they just make them hard to read. I still have to read things on occasion, and Extended Art is strictly worse when you're playing in Wintermoon and some of your cards have draw card on them and some of them don't. You have to zoom in on your card to find out if it has the text draw card on it. So it is, if you're playing Wintermoon especially, it is just wrong to play full art cards in your deck. Yeah, Crackling Wet is the card we're probably going to play over the 24th shard. I'm going to play one Chosen out here. I'm not going to run out both, because running out both will feel bad if he has Extinction, but running one out and getting it killed is fine, because we're going to have to get through the kills at some point anyways. And then even if you go Shard Windsinger here, we have kill plus Verdict to kill it during our ready step. Turning a card sideways for effect. Yeah, and Apple tried to patent what a tablet looks like, so just screw them all. Looking for some shards. Looking for some shards. Hi ho the cheerio. Looking for some shards. Chip with this guy. And now we're going to play out this Ventio, and that's fine. We're going to Verdict if he has counter magic, but we're just going to let kill resolve. WotC does lots of petty stuff. Like them sending cease and desist orders to the people that made cockatrice. Like, wank off, lawyers. Seriously, wank off. You know what happens when you can't innovate, litigate. Like, you know, they realize that their digital product is awful, so they're suing people that are making other reasonable digital products. Three a year would be insane, Colin. I would be I'm excited for that. Get out of here. Hex is a real threat. I agree. I honestly think this game is better than Magic. I think given enough time in developing some sets, this game will far surpass Magic just because it's digital and has the ability to. Like Hearthstone is genuinely not a competitor because Hearthstone is a really simplistic game. This game has more depth than Magic can have because of the digital design space that it occupies. Alright, so we're a little cold to a sweeper here, but we've got some specters in our deck and we've got some tarantulas and spiders in his, so... So he's peeking for extinction here. That's good for us. We're going to hold this Ancestor's Chosen back because there's definitely more extinctions than there are polymorph dinglingers in his deck. So it doesn't really speed up the clock. It speeds up the clock by 1 turn to play this out, but I think I'd rather have an ace in the hole for when he finds extinction here eventually. Killing Ventio is good because it means he doesn't have a sweeper. I'd much rather he kill Ventio than cast extinction. Like, not particularly close. Alright, protecting his Ventio is pretty good for him. Alright. Let the idiot parade begin. Let the idiot parade continue. We've got some pretty good draws in both players' decks at this point. He must be playing the configuration of the deck that doesn't have Windsinger in it. Also, I wonder if he's not playing any artifacts, because we haven't seen infusion devices out of him or tears. It would have given us possibly lethal, assuming he tapped this and didn't save it to block like he did. No, he was at 3, so we would have, yeah, math is it's a little off. Cycling Root dead, digging for that extinction. Peek, looking for something. I think he's just dead here now. He's tapped low enough. So his out here is he could hit one of the tarantulas in the deck and kill a specter, and then block a tarantula here, block Fentio here, ripple one of these. But now he's down to 1 resource, so I think he's dead. Nope, nope, there's an infusion device. GG's opponent. The Azurius. And he said he was in the stream and that he closed it before the match started, so he was here. Or she. He or she. So now the out is just running tarantulas for him. Because remember, when you hit a tarantula egg, you draw another card. So we missed, so we got him. I hear people say that excuse all the time, that like if Magic Online is better, people will stop playing paper Magic, but people are not going to stop playing paper Magic. That's just not something that's going to happen. Like, if your digital product is great, people are just going to want to play your game more in both formats, so like, stop making your digital product suck. Yeah, that's actually a fantastic comparison. I've never heard that one before, but like that's great. So we're gonna cut this Blood Baron, and I'm just gonna play the extra Inquisition in the main for now. I think that's fine. It's not as good as a counter magic, but it's close. We're gonna queue up one more. If we lose, we'll be done with the gauntlet. If we win, I'm still gonna call it a night. So this is gonna be the last match of the evening. I'm gonna make some changes to the deck before I play the cup in the morning, and then I think I'm gonna play this in the cup in the morning though. So I've been having a good time. Feels reasonable. That's not Magic Online. You're thinking of Duels of the Planeswalkers, which is different. Yeah, Sandscape. This is good. Hopefully he's playing Mono Blood. This is Mono Blood or Blood Diamond. Yeah, hopefully playing the Sapphire Cup. I gotta confirm with the wife that she's okay with me doing that, but likely playing it. Looking for blood shards. I'll take any shard for now, but why is the blood shard distorted? That shard's fat. This one looks fine. His blood shards are fat too. Fatty shards. Next turn we can go Focus plus Inquisition if he doesn't... Oh, he can't Inquisition us this turn because he played a Star Sphere. Look at us having a bug off here. Always cast your cantrip before... I guess that's not strictly correct. What we get with the cantrip might be affected by what we see in his hand, but we're definitely just taking Oracle Song there. Well, I guess we're taking Princess. I think our life total is less valuable than his, just because like he has to pay life to draw cards and stuff, and he's just gonna trade off, so he agrees with our assessment. When he plays Fentio this turn, I think I'm gonna 1-for-1 the Extinction with it. Yeah, we were gonna 1-for-1 the Extinction with basically whatever 3-drop he played here. Just not letting him put Tarantula Eggs in the deck. Take that stop off since we're not playing as Winter Moon anymore. He gets to play a Vamp King out here, but we don't have any troops in hand right now. So we got that going for us. We are going to Oracle Song, so if we hit some troops that we can't cast, that could be bad, but... Alright, well now I'm just going to play Fentio out, because I don't want him to hit with Vampire King. And he likely has, I guess they don't have that many. He could have Kill or Rot. We didn't bring in Rot last time we played this matchup, which was definitely a mistake. We're bringing that in this time around. And then next turn we have 3 looks at a kill to deal with this Vampire King. Oh, or not. This hopefully means this is getting to activate. If he goes Shard, he can go Shard, Rot, and then we're in trouble. Alright, well, Fentio's getting to activate, so that gives us some live ones. Alright, we're loading his deck up. And we're at the point of the game where spells are good and shards are good, because one more shard gives us our champion power. After the 7th shard we really don't want to draw more, but the 7th one will be fine. Opponent's flooding a little bit. He's getting a large amount of eggs in his deck. This is going to put 4 Spiderling eggs in his deck. Correct. You have to double invest in Magic. Oh, look at that. Okay. So, Extinction's going to be bad. Actually, hitting 2 Tarantulas is actually kind of bad here. Unless he doesn't have Extinction. If he doesn't have Extinction, hitting 2 Tarantulas is fine because it's going to clock him really quickly. But he has the Sweeper and has just been waiting for us to hit things. Alright, at least he doesn't have another threat. Alright, like I said, Shard's still fine here because it lets us Oracle Song. Oof. Well, that's poop soup. Alright, some Spiderlings. Joke's on you. Nice Inquisition, bud. No, I have to discard one of my shards. We're so unlucky. Well, that's a little late to the party. Extinction for us. Not blocking his 2/2, so attacking. Take another Tarantula. Rats. Never lucky. Alright, so Inquisition and Counter Magic are bad draws now. We need cards to affect the board. Look, man, we're not drawing spells. I'd be casting spells. Now we need to hit a Tarantula or an Extinction. Ugh. Still not blocking yet. We have to block next turn. Actually, maybe I'm supposed to block this turn because if he draws, gives him 2 draws to a removal spell. It's fine. We'll hit a Tarantula Egg. Rats. This happened last time too. Yeah, we're definitely cutting a shard from this deck. It's like keep flooding out. And like cutting a shard for a cantrip's pretty minimal. Live draw on his deck still. Missed. Don't kill my Spiderling. Don't do it. Give me another turn. Alright. Now we've got live draws on only our deck. And we've got redraws too, so... I suppose we could hit multiple Tarantula Eggs off of his deck. Oh, that didn't put spiders in his deck, right? Alright, flood out and die. Alright, what are we doing here? Cutting that. We're bringing in... We're boarding out discard, I said. We're bringing in Rotcast and Dinger. And Time Ripple? Is Ripple okay? Ripple's got to be bad, right? Leaving one. I could see leaving one Verdict in. He's got the Mind Rots in his deck that make us discard 2 cards. I think I like this configuration. So, people used to tell me that MTG just like, you know, just wasn't made for digital or it's too complicated. If Hex can do it, Moto can do it. That's just where I'm at in life. Like this game is as complicated or more so than Magic the Gathering. So it's probably more so than Magic the Gathering. Like there's less like corner case interactions I guess at this point, but like as the sets evolve, this will get more. Colin's a great guy. I have a Google Doc full of cards I have borrowed from people. I don't own most of the expensive cards in this deck. Reese's and Fentios. Those cards cost a lot of money. Ugh. I own Sapphire Wild Winter Moon. And I own Coyotles. So we're gonna play a shard, what is this called? Shard of Cunning on 1 for blood. I can't even imagine trying to play Hex with paper cards. That just sounds like a whole bunch of stuff to keep track of. Opponent mulligan to 5, so we got that going for us. Alright, well we didn't get Inquisition, so we got that. Alright, Rockcast, that'll kill his Monsoon. Okay. If he follows this up with Vampire Princess, it's going to be a little rough. And again, we're just going to take, we're not attacking into this because he can block, and this is a Monsoon, so we're just going to have to take some hits here unless we find a counter magic. I think I'm taking Silk for now. Princess is the card that's annoying that we need to dodge here because we feel obligated to kill that one even though it's going to come back with Monsoon. King we don't care about because we don't have troops in our hands, and if we draw a troop we can play it. Yeah, I'm just going to play this out now because I don't want him to kill my Exarch of the Egg. Not get spiders. This doesn't represent counter magic, but I think that's fine. This comes off next turn, so we only have to take one more hit here, which is great. And then next turn, Exarch of the Egg blocks Monsoon. Rockcast kills Great Fly, kills Vampire King. Well, that's unfortunate. He gets to take away the kill. Back to Pain's pretty good. That card's probably going to bury us. This is kind of risky because we could draw troops we can't cast. Actually worked out much better than expected. Might actually let me keep up a little bit here. And next turn we can Extinction plus have... Yeah, there's the Monsoon. We can Extinction plus have Counter Magic up, so that's good. Another discard spells here is what we're looking to dodge. That's what he's drawing for. It's possible this should be in my board. This seems like something we could be playing. Pact of Pain. Just because like our champion has a high starting life total. We're just going to take 5 again here. If he attacks with this, we'll trade, obviously. And then next turn we'll attack for 1 and cast Extinction. Trade. Play another guy out. Play another guy out. Don't Withering touch me. Don't Inquisition me. Don't do it. Right, we're actually in an okay spot. We've got this, and then we've got this for Oracle Song next turn. So we just need to find and stick a threat. He has a finite amount of life if we, yeah, I'm gonna Counter Magic this. He's likely taking Counter Magic anyways. We just kill and rock cast all the vampires that he plays. This only draws him so many cards before it gets dangerous. Threat? Alright, well, let's start with this. See what goodies we find. I would normally like to use my life total as a resource here, but the fact that he has Pact of Pain in play makes that a lot worse, so we're just going to kill the Vampire King now and get it out of the way. If he didn't have Pact of Pain in play, I'd just take a hit from the Vampire King there to hold Counter Magic up, but that's just not worth it. Yep, Pact of Pain, sure. Have we activated this twice at all tonight? I think it's only ever been once. We came close a couple of times, but I don't think we quite got to twice. Nothing that I've seen posted about the tablet version of Hex. That's gross. That is not what we want to see off his Pact of Pain. Oh, that's good. This is a card that can let us take over the game. So let's hope he hangs out for a little while. Okay, some more pressure. Even just like a small amount of pressure on his life total is very good for us. Yeah, man, this is my like chill, relax game. Like the fact that I do so much Magic these days, Magic almost feels like work sometimes a little bit, so having this game to like relax to and have just different things is nice while still playing a strategy game that stimulates the brain in a similar manner. I'm counter magicking this because again, this card, even just 2 specters in our deck is so good for us. If we get more than that, that's just like icing on the cake. But even just like a couple of specters that we can draw to is phenomenal. We're a little soft to an extinction here, but do we counter magic an extinction this game? We've not. I wonder if there's even extinction in his deck. I assume he's still got some in there. It's also like 2 a.m., so like I'm a little tired, but I want to like play this deck a little bit. He's down to 10. What does this card do? Enters player, deals damage, and you put a troop from the... That's really good. Enters play or deals damage. Okay, well, kinda wish we would have, please, please, please. That's exactly what we wanted. At least our crypt has crap in it. The crypt has crap. Alright, another spiderling. It's not bad. He's getting to a point where he can't really draw with Pact of Pain anymore. Between spiderlings and these guys and... Yep, he's gone. Oh, that's not good. It means he gets to get it with this guy. Maybe I was too aggressive protecting that. Like, we could have counter-magicked this, but... Yeah. Extinction. Extinction. Dinger. Dinger would be great. Extinction would be fine. It has to be Dinger or Extinction, or cantrip into those two. Man, I wonder what went wrong this game. Pact of Pain just buried us, I think was the problem. Just dead on board. Lost to blood twice tonight. Alright, went 3-3. That's probably not too awful for the first time playing a deck through. Let's take a look at it real quick before I call it a night and head to sleep. So what do I want? I don't really love the Brood Baron. I haven't been loving the shard count, so let's cut a silk. What does it leave my numbers at? So then we have 16 blood and 14 sapphire, which is a little low, but probably fine. We're gonna add a crackling wit. We went 3-3. We're gonna add a crackling wit. Definitely want to do that. I think we want to add a counter magic. I feel like this is a card I'm in the business of getting another one of. I feel like I want another extinction in the board. Maybe even on top of these dingers. Just like go all in, have like access to like six sweepers. Trim a princess. So where does that put the curve? The problem with cutting a shard is that it's a little greedy based on just like the color requirements we're trying to meet. Maybe instead of counter magic in the main, we board the third counter magic because we're only bringing it in when it would be kind of a slower matchup, and we main deck a verdict. I could see that. Like this is like a tempo-y style deck. Like it's I guess the correct term would be protect the queen would be like the style of deck I would classify this as. We've got our queens are Ancestors Chosen, Fentio, and Reese. Like basically you want to play like one really powerful threat and then ride that threat out So, and then we play Exarch of the Egg just because like it's a quality. It's basically a removal spell threat double, and Zentoth's Inquisitor also is another Ven for our silks. I want to pull up a hypergeometric distribution calculator. Population size 60, sample size, number of. Do we put Pact of Pain in the reserves? I don't know if this is a Pact of Pain deck. I guess that would help us against the Wintermoon deck too. I guess I could see that. I'll sleep on it. See how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate the new follows and everyone just chilling out for the evening. Probably gonna stream the Sapphire Cup in the morning, assuming I'm playing in it. If not, I'll probably be looking around the 5 shard stream if they're playing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Have a good night, folks.